Jerry Jones admitted that Ceedee Lamb was not at the top of their draft board when it was their time to pick. While the team was targeting a defensive end, which one of his grandsons approved of, Jones admitted that when Ceedee fell to Dallas, it was his other grandson that pointed out the receiver's production that caught his attention. Jerry also admitted he thought it was an omen since Ceedee's last name, Lamb, was the same as one of Jerry's former college teammates who had recently passed away. And I know we had mentioned that connection months ago when this all came down. So, Skip, I want your opinion here. How does this make you feel about your team's draft process?
Yeah, how does that make you feel, Skip?
Grandsons.
Shannon Sharp. When I read this story last night, I sat back and I thought, Lord, have mercy on my cowboy-loving soul. There's never been anything like this story.
No.
In the history of this league, there's never been anything like this. So Jerry Jones admits publicly, remember, he was on his yacht, because it's middle of the pandemic, virtual, and he's sitting on the couch on his billion-dollar yacht with one grandson to his right and one to his left.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they are, just like I was, I told you that day, Kayvon Chasen. I said, every time I watch LSU, he jumps off my screen. I need him to rush the passer because I wasn't sure who we had left to rush the passer at that point.
Correct.
And he's falling, and he's falling, and he's ours. And then I look up and I think, no, Ceedee Lamb's on the board too. We got our choice. And I immediately tweeted, as much as I love Kayvon, you have to go Ceedee here.
Right.
Little did I know, as I typed, Jerry is listening to one grandson and the other go back and forth. The first grandson says, production, Grandpa. Is he calling Grandpa?
Papa.
Yeah, Papa, yeah. Production, Papa, production. Look at the production, look at the production. Well, I'm good with that. I want to meet that kid. His name is Shy, because he saved me from what would have been a disaster, because you know how much I love Ceedee Lamb.
Right.
And they had him ranked 6 on their board, and they're picking at 17.
Correct.
So this is, thank you, NFL gods. So he's saying production because Ceedee Lamb, as I pointed out to you all year, he led all of college football in yards per catch, 21.4 yards. Every time he caught a football, it resulted in a 21.4 yard gain. It's the Big 12. I know they don't play great defense, but it's hard to put up.
Yeah.
You know, you played virtually that position. Yeah. That's pretty hard to do in college.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But the other grandson, who, by the way, was a sensational high school quarterback at Highland Park and just lit it up in the state playoffs. He's now at Arkansas. I don't know if he'll ever amount to much because he was probably just a great high school quarterback.
Correct.
But he's on the team at Arkansas, and he knows what was happening when they were game planning for LSU last year. It's all about blocking that Kayvon guy. You got to block him first, or you got no chance. So he's arguing, Papa, you got him. You got him.
I'm telling you what we did. This is what we had the game plan for.
So Jerry admits publicly that the deciding factor was, and we've talked about this before, but he played with a guy, 1964 at Arkansas, a national championship team for which Jerry started at offensive guard. His best friend on the team was named Ceedee Lamb, who was, again, they didn't throw much, but I think he caught, what was it, 16 balls for 213 yards. You probably caught 16 in a game at some point. But they didn't throw much, but they went 11-0, and that was his best friend and remained his best friend till he departed here, the earth, about...
like last year, wasn't it?
Just a few months back. And so, again, he thought it was a sign from above. Oh, Jerry Lamb, Ceedee Lamb. I'm Jerry. That's, okay, I got it. I'm going Ceedee Lamb. And it saved me from probable disaster because Kayvon would have been fine, but you need that guy because you know what I think of that guy. So in the end, how do you know, it's clear that he runs the draft.
Yes.
The final say is his.
Right.
He picked Ceedee Lamb. He lucked into the right choice because of Jerry Lamb. This is, remember, these teams spend millions and millions of dollars to do their homework for these drafts. And it came down to, oh, I'm going to listen to the grandson who said, production, Papa.
So, so the draft process for the Cowboys is just out the window.
It's out the window. So, you know, as much as I love what they've done, and by the way, just for the record, over the last decade, somehow, thanks to Will McClay and maybe others talking Jerry off some crazy position that he has, they have the second most Pro Bowlers drafted over the last decade to Kansas City. Well, something's worked out pretty well. And how many seasons have we gone into where people said, Dallas has got the most talent in the National Football League? Well, did Jerry just kind of luck into that talent? He's just reaching for, oh, Jerry Lamb. I'll take Ceedee Lamb.
And the thing is, Skip, if you remember, because he wanted Johnny Manziel.
He did.
And Steven said, no. We're going to take an offensive lineman. And Jerry's probably thinking, you want an offensive lineman over a quarterback? In one
especially the all-time box office.
In one scenario. Skip, that just goes to show you. I guess it's a situation where Jerry said, look, and he's made it this abundantly clear, Skip, this is my team. I run it how I see fit. Because for me, what the hell are grandkids doing in the draft room anyway? They hadn't watched any tape. They have done no evaluation. But, Skip, it's like he said, it's his team. It's like people, Shannon, you let the dogs get on the bed? Yeah, it's my house, it's my bed, it's my dog, so yeah, they get on the bed. So Jerry Jones said, Skip, it's my team, I bought it, my draft room. Yeah, my grandkids gonna be in the draft room, and they can have a say in the matter.
By the way, I agree with you about dog on bed. Hazel sleeps in the bed.
It's my bed. It's my dog. So, yeah,
thank you.
You ain't got to sleep in it while you worried about it. You ain't getting no dog hair on you, so be quiet. Skip. Skip, maybe you know what? It's hard for me to say throughout the history since they've been drafting players that at least somebody's grandkid or son or somebody, maybe the mailman, hasn't made a pick or had influence.
I would agree.
But they never said it publicly.
Nope.
Just because it happened, that doesn't mean you got to share everything publicly. Jerry, some things just keep for yourself. Just say, you know what? My grandson made that, helped me make that pick. It was the deciding factor on that pick. So you know what? I'm going to keep that close to the vest. And then what did he do, Skip? Oh, yeah, I forced Ceedee Lamb to wear 88.
He did. He admitted it. I forced him to, but we talked about that. It smelled like he did because Ceedee wanted to wear 2 because he loved DeAndre Hopkins when he was growing up.
No, he wanted 10.
I'm sorry, 10.
He wanted 10.
He wore 2.
2 in college.
10 because of DeAndre Hopkins, because he grew up in the Houston area, and that was his idol.
And you and I both came to the conclusion, Jerry is the type of guy, if I pay you a salary, I should be able to dictate what you do. Like he told Zeke, I pay Zeke. I've earned the right to be able to joke with Zeke. Well, I'm paying Ceedee Lamb. I drafted him in the first round. I'm paying him, so I should be able to tell him what number to wear. Skip, this is... if you didn't know how Jerry operated, this would be sad. But knowing how he's operated, and you've been around him for 30-plus years, you know him, you talked to him, written books about him with his help, you're not surprised by this. You put your head down like, I cannot believe this, but I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised, but in the end... I'm confessing this. It truly makes me wonder how this team run by this man at this age and stage of his life, where he's papa now. How can this team win a Super Bowl? As much as I would love to see one more Super Bowl for Jerry, it seems impossible. As talented as they are, if that guy's at the controls, you just know he's going to make one decision in the middle of the season that's going to go haywire, right?
Yeah, just think about this. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, they have this level of talent, and he doesn't meddle. And I'm not saying he has a coach, Coach Belichick, but I'm saying a coach